Today, we're going to be dipping back into that Madden 18 franchise mod, and we're going to be rebuilding the worst team. Now, I personally think that the Jets might have had the worst roster of the two, but you can't really deny 0-16, and then 1-15 the year before. I genuinely can't believe that, and I don't think it'll ever be beaten. That stretch of games, 1-32, that is ridiculous. Almost 2 undefeated seasons. Now, of course, if you want to use the Madden 18 roster yourself, you end up going into the download center, the creation center, if you will. It's the second most downloaded roster at this point, and it is created by the user named We Expertise. The really cool thing about it is, you don't just have the actual ratings and whatnot, but you also have the faces and the player cards and all that stuff, which is really cool. So yeah, shout out to them for finding that. Of course, the face scans aren't all there. Some are, but they're not all there. But the pictures are, which is really cool. So once again, for EA to be lazy and finally it kind of benefits us, the player base, that's pretty cool. I also don't know how it works, but can they not get in trouble? Because I know MUT, they have to pay the players that are retired to be put in the game, don't they? So technically with this mod existing, unless they have some things well, the rosters doesn't count, but their likenesses are being used here, their pictures, I don't know. But of course, wait a minute. Doesn't that put me at risk? I don't know. But, of course, this is what the roster looks like. Like I said, I would argue the Giants were worse because they have no quarterback, whereas Deshaun Kaiser is still a young quarterback at this point, is a rookie quarterback with decent ratings. So it's quarterback's the most important position. We might even have a guy here. Who knows? But, of course, I've got to go for the 0-16 team. I think the Jets would have, like I said, been maybe a worse roster technically, but still... these are the kind of devs and whatnot. You got Myles Garrett at star. I think he was actually, can't remember exactly all the devs, but Superstar sounds more real, right? But I can't remember, was at that point for devs, did they have anything higher than Superstar? I genuinely can't remember. Danny Shelton, another cool player. He's massive, 6'2", 339. We got a lot of players in the league now like that are even bigger than that. So kind of crazy there. But yeah, it is still a team that needs some work. I think the Giants were also a close team. I think they would have been more iconic. You have freaking JPP, Landon Collins, OBJ, obviously. But I think this and the Jets were worse. And of course, once again, we've kind of explained that one to death. Joe Thomas is still here. He only played 7 games and, hung it up after that, year, which that's exactly what we're going to do, unfortunately, but that's what we're going to be doing. Kevin Zeitler is obviously a younger man. He's got to be still pretty old here, 27. But yeah, looking at this roster, one of the big problems back in the day for doing a rebuild of the Browns was who do you start? Because Duke Johnson is slightly younger and he's faster, but Isaiah Crowell had the juke move on him, I believe. So yeah, 89 juke move versus what is Duke's? Duke should be up there though, but he is a little bit more of a receiving back, or he should be. 82 juke move and, crazy catching. I didn't remember him having that good a receiving ability, but apparently so. I actually don't know if these ratings are actually 100% accurate or not, but we're going to hold it at face value because it's amazing. And of course, if you guys end up enjoying this video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate your support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. And let me know in the comment section below if you're going to be using this roster and what you're going to be doing with it. Pause, little sus, pause. And if you guys want to see more content with this, because obviously there's so many different teams, there's kind of draft redos we could do and whatnot, so, it's kind of endless. Could also hop on different Maddens themselves. Obviously, I have most of the Maddens that have physically been on this console. Oh, snap, Terrell Pryor wide receiver edition. Damn. I need a new wide receiver, so we trade off Larry Ogunjobi, who's still in the league, and then DeValve with a 6th-round pick for Taywan Taylor, who's 5'11", star dev. He's not too bad. We got a couple more players still, but that's our wide receiver 2. We got ourselves a pretty short group of wide receivers here, Corey Coleman and Taywan Taylor. Can't remember if Josh Gordon was still playing well at that point. Obviously, he's 71 overall, so he was a true one-hit wonder, but he was so goated. Yeah, he barely played. He he came back, didn't really do much. Following season played all right, and then, didn't do much. Following season did well, and then was just nothing. So, do you put him in the slot? Maybe you change some things up? I don't know. Now, the big thing is, I wonder what's going to happen with the salary cap. $147 million. We got a lot of money. Does everyone just have a lot of money, or is that just... I know the Browns were in rebuild mode, but what's going to happen there? Of course, Looking at the team right now, a few changes here and there, but nothing crazy. Lot to replace, though, so we'll see what happens there. It would be cool if there was draft classes for the next year and whatnot, but I don't believe that to be the case. I'll be on the lookout, but I don't think that will be something. I'm not going to be trading him, but damn, what a name drop. DRC. All right, so we got a lot of money. Who do we got to pay? Is this guy not a rookie? Bello. A BJ Bello. I'm going to try to get him back for a 7-year 35. That's bad cheese. Didn't say anything about this being a realistic style rebuild. We'll kind of just play it by ear. Once again, if I end up, starting to get into a groove of like, oh, okay, I really want to trade for this guy. Oh, I got to trade for this guy. Oh, this guy. Then maybe I'll just go crazy fantasy style. But, if I'm liking the way realism's treating us, I'm going to do it. That 7-year 35 might not be quote-unquote realistic necessarily, as in, like, it's not something that happens a lot. But once if we see something in him and we're like, you know what? Screw it. And he's like, hell, dude, my dream is to retire young. This contract allows me to do that. Whatever. I'll hold out later on if I'm a god. I don't care. Isaiah Crowell, how much does that ask? Because he actually is pretty good. Let's keep this running back committing going if we can. Isaiah Crowell, 4-year, 28. Might need to be a little bit more than that, but that's fine. We'll try to get it done. Ooh, Derek Kindred is now star dev. One less position to worry about. All DBs got a okay, I didn't know that was even a thing. Here we are headed to the playoffs, and this team did not go winless like the real-life Browns. It did not go playoff-bound either, but a little sweet spot at the bottom of the top 10, bottomness, whatever that means, bottom 10, I suppose. We also we took the bottom of the division there, the worst team in the AFC. That is a huge loss for us. I'm not saying I wanted us to lose, but I kind of wanted us to lose, if we're going to be real. I should also be fired here, because Huford, he got fired like halfway through the season. It makes sense. I mean, they were pretty bad. It's not like their roster was that good, right? Like, the Browns were not a very good team, simply put. It's not like, where the Chargers for the, last couple of years have been kind of underperforming a little bit, but this Browns team, it really wasn't that good, but, somebody's got to take the blame, and you can't be that bad, right? Like, it doesn't matter. You got to show something, right? Kaiser, really not that good. I'm thinking we probably do go QB. I don't know if we're going to have the highest overall pick to get Baker Mayfield, but we're going to try. If not, we can always go like Josh Allen or something like that, especially since I'm not exactly sure what this roster is like. I went for the highest downloaded roster for the real-life 2018 class, and I didn't want to spoil it because, there's two ways it could go. It could go, A, the person has the prospect list based on what they were in real life, or B, they went off of, how they've played to this point, which either way and is a huge spoiler, so I don't want to know. Carson Wentz, the MVP of the league. Remember how much potential he had. Alex Smith, really good player for the Chiefs. It's just Mahomes, they saw it. Khalil Mack for the Raiders. Kareem Hunt for the Chiefs. DeCoud for the Texans. Was he a safety, right? I believe. There's no way he's a safety, is he? Maybe I'm thinking of the Falcons guy, I think, right? The old Falcons DB, I think. I don't even remember. Chris Hogan for the Patriots, of course. DeCastro, Jarrell Casey. A lot of guys that are, almost all of them, from, that peak moment in time. But yeah, of course, the first season was pretty much always going to be kind of a waste. I almost made a crazy trade to get Dez Bryant. And then I was like, you know what? A, he's only star dev. B, he's 28. And C, I think we're going to want to keep our draft picks. And rightfully so. It was pretty obvious, right? This team is... even the wins we got were debatably a little unexpected. I think if you get the first pick overall, though, you probably got to go Baker. I think Josh Allen, in retrospect, is the better player, obviously, especially since Josh Allen's still on the Bills, but Baker's making a comeback, right? Steelers versus the Eagles. The Steelers win by 5. The Eagles literally almost undefeated on the season. Lost one during the regular season, then the biggest one right there at the end. Looking at where we rank, we're the second highest, and the Jets, they do need QB, so that could be Baker, and then we're stuck with either Darnold or Josh Allen. I think there's a pretty obvious case to be made for Josh Allen, so we'll see. I think Darnold, he went number 2 overall, didn't he? So kind of crazy here that we have a little bit of a flip-flop. Oh, it's actually Saquon, I forgot. Oh, also, I got to get another draft pick. Don't the Texans owe us? The Texans owe us. The Texans owe us a lot. Question is, will they owe us as much as they did in real life? Probably not. The odds of them being as bad here are pretty low. Yeah, they made the playoffs. Okay, that kind of sucks, but hey, it's basically, it's a rebuild of that situation. We're not going to be 0-16. They're not going to be the crap they were. And as much as I want to retire Joe Thomas because he should retire, I'm not going to, because once again, it's another situation where this is basically like a rehash of time, almost, if you will. So I don't want to get rid of Joe Thomas because maybe at 4-13, he's like, hey, maybe I'll give it another try. Maybe. Although I'm not really sure why he would, because, if he didn't... Why is Roderick Johnson a superstar, by the way? But, if having Baker Mayfield wasn't enough to stay around, I don't think it would have been enough to have not Baker, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to keep him anyways, just because I'm going to play it how it lies, because otherwise I'd have to do it across the league, but realistically, we should be letting Joe Thomas go. Let's be real. And is it wrong that I want to, if possible, almost do the Saquon Barkley move that the Giants did? I know it didn't work out for them, but, I kind of need a true number one running back, and Deshaun Kaiser's star dev, dude. I don't know. We pretty much took care of all of our re-signings. Danny Shelton. We have a lot of money right now, so even though I really do like that fifth-year option, I think we can just wait it out one more year, and, once next season hits, just pay him. Of course, it also kind of makes you wonder, was this a 3-4? I don't think so. But, Danny Shelton, just like a rotational run stopper, I guess? Third down nose tackle? I don't know. We obviously have a lot of money, so free agency could be welcomed to us. Chris Boswell and Greg Zuerlein are in the 90s. Giovanni Bernard, dude. Oh, God. That's a guy that I really wanted Green Bay to draft back in when. What else do we have? Sharif Floyd. So much potential. What else do we have? Marcel Reese. Michael Orr. Carlos Hyde. Deontay Johnson. It's really that long ago? Wait, what? No, not Deontay. Dante. I don't know who I'm thinking of. Yeah, I don't know. No, yeah, I'm thinking about the Steelers wide receivers. Okay, how? Is that even possible? Navarro Bowman. That's pretty sick. Andrew Adams. Was that the Giants safety? Blair Walsh. What a name drop. Anyone else? Kevin Minter. Mark Barron. Marquise Lee. Tommy... Stephen Hauschka, Russell Okung. Some name drops here. There could actually be, I gotta look through here, like Casey Sales. I gotta get in here and see if there's anybody worth going for. Jay Cutler! That's our QB right there. We got Michael Davis on a 3-year $15, which is what he wanted. I didn't want to go any crazier than that. 6'2", could be a boundary corner for us. Don't think we're going to be getting Denzel Ward in this one, believe it or not. All right, we have pick number 3. I thought we had pick number 2. Am I crazy? We got number 21, so hopefully we can get someone down there. Number 1 overall goes to the Colts, not even the Jets. Saquon Barkley. And then the Jets, who take Josh Allen, they skip on Baker Mayfield. Oh, my God. I'm not even saying that's who I wanted, because obviously I also have Lamar Jackson here. I don't know who to take. If we're talking pure what I would do in Madden, there's no way I pass on a quarterback with that speed, simply put. But what would I do if I was the Browns is another story. Baker looks like the better quarterback. A's across the board. We kind of already seen what happened in real life, though, with those. Do we not trade down? Let's take a look at the teams. So you have the Ravens, who need QB. You have the Bills, who need QB. Okay, let's take a player here. Let's take a look at the Panthers. I don't know who the hell their quarterback would have been at this point, but it's got to be a player they need to replace. Oh, Cam Newton. We can trade to the Panthers. Okay, let's take a look at the Dolphins as well. Might be able to go all the way down to the Dolphins. It's a pretty high pick. I can probably get a third-round pick moving down. Okay, so we want to not lose to the Dolphins here. Let's go to the Panthers if possible. Maybe they really want a corner or something. Maybe there's a pass rusher. I can't even remember who the hell was there, but they're going to have to pay if they want him. Let's see what we can get. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to see what they would give me. What is that trade? Hello? What are these trades? These are so bad. Oh, Marcus Peters. That's interesting. If I didn't need QB, which I kind of almost don't, I would probably do that trade. Well, I don't know what that is, by the way. That trade is crazy. Harrison, fair enough, I suppose. Miles Jack, sure. Leonard, I guess. Devontae, why not? God, I really want one of these wide. I want freaking Devontae. Cam Chancellor. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to make a manual trade with them because there's, these trades aren't really real. I mean, it's only a few spots, but I gotta start high, right? Like, is it possible for me to get this? That's all I want to know. Like, if I give up 99, can I do it? Apparently not. Pier 59, boom. Easy. I guess not. Stop making this hard on me. I'm getting embarrassed that we're not getting the trade done. Okay, we'll get this. All right, we ended up trading pick 3 overall, 3 6th-round picks, and a 7th with Orchard to move down 3 spots and gain 59. I wonder what they're going to do. It'd be crazy if they go QB. That would throw me off. That, in fairness, is a move. That is a move. Okay, I mean, I don't know if they needed to make that move, but it's a move. The Ravens had a chance at Lamar, didn't take him. Are we going to have Darnold? We're not. Bradley Chubb. So we have a choice. Well, we could have Darnold, but we have a choice between Darnold. Wait, no, Baker's gone. I don't know why they even showed him. Lamar Jackson or Sam Darnold. I know who I want, but realism's telling me take Sam Darnold, dude. I gotta take Lamar, dude. Come on. Browns, though. Screw it. Lamar Jackson's the guy. What's the dev? True talent 25. Hidden dev 96 speed, 92 throw power. I mean, I'm just saying, that is who I would take if I was doing, if I was rebuilding a team that had these players. Their names weren't Lamar Jackson, Baker, and all that, and I was just looking at their ratings. I would take the speed guy. So what do you want from me, And of course, I really, really need a wide receiver. I mean, I don't, but I kind of want one. Dolphins get Sam Darnold. Question is Rosen going to go up here? Denzel Ward of the Bears, so obviously he's not coming to us. I really want a wide receiver. Rosen to the Commanders, that just feels like a Commanders move. Oh, man. I don't want to lose DJ Moore. But can I really trade up? I'm trying to think of what... Wow, okay. I don't feel that bad anymore. I was thinking like maybe 18. He went way higher than I thought. I don't really even need corner, but Jair Alexander is there. Do I not make a trade up for Jair? Let's look around. So Nick Chubb obviously is an option, but we don't really need running back that bad. Calvin Ridley's cool, but he's 23, so it's like, I don't know. 23 is looking a little suspect. I think the smart move would be trade up for Jair. Even though we have Michael Davis now, I'm going to make that trade. I am not letting him go back to Green Bay at 19 here. No. I'm going to go to the Cardinals. I really wanted DJ Moore, though. Calvin Ridley, like I said, looks pretty good too, but 23 years old with those key ratings, can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know if this is going to do it either. They can't do it. 4th this year? Please do it. You can do it. Pretty close. Looks like Jair Alexander is going to be a Brown. And there you go. So we are going to have Jair Alexander hopping in front of everyone, basically a redraft. Pick 3 in the 2nd round. Nick Chubb could be on my radar, though. I got to be honest with you. Calvin Ridley's interesting. If Calvin Ridley's there, though, we got to take him like next, round, but I doubt he will be. Jair Alexander, pretty damn good ratings. Obviously very athletic. Boom. Should be hidden. True talent of 11, A+ pick. We got ourselves a new corner. Let's go to 3. I don't really have like a player that I really, really have to grab. So I'm chilling. Harold Landry, I guess, but we do have Emmanuel Ogbah. I'm chilling with that if I need to. What do we got? Wide receiver is down to DJ. DJ Chark is fast, though. 6'4", 21 years old. I would have put him even faster than that. And then we have a different guy who's not even like a real-life player. Oh, no, it's Cortland Sutton. I was thinking of Pryor. Cortland Sutton, who's really slow in this class. Then you have Pryor, Derek Pryor, who I don't think was a real-life player, right? I don't remember that name, I'll be real. O-line, I think, is fine. D-line, I guess, could use some work. I mean, I think I'm willing to take DJ Chark here. I need a wide receiver kind of badly. And that's really the best option we have left. So, DJ Chark, all that speed. He's wide receiver 2 no matter what. Even if he's normal dev, don't care. 75 true talent, normal dev, all that speed, all that height. You got to start him. I also don't feel super great about being out-drafted by the real-life Browns of that time period. So, that's something else I'm going to have to deal with mentally, but it's fine. It is what it is. Spriggs, I think, was slow as hell, though, right? Yeah, like your size to play edge, but your speed to play DT. That's not good. That's definitely not a good thing. And I got a little off the rails. I ended up trading a bunch. Joe Thomas, I feel awful about. Banner, a second this, a second this, a second this, and a first next year for Aaron Donald. Of course, we also got that second-round pick next year and then a fifth-round pick the following year. 27-year-old, 94 overall Aaron Donald. Of all the teams to trade to as well, it was the team that usually doesn't hold on to, earlier draft picks, and we swap with them to become that team that does that. I thought there was some other really good value in here. Oh, I'm not even looking by the potential. Even with that trade for the offensive lineman, we don't actually need one. We really don't. I kind of want Blue, though, because he's like a day 3 with 1 to 2 talent. Seems like just a complete waste not to go for him. He doesn't look the best, but round of 1 true, talent, 1 to 2 true talent, it's got to be halfway decent, right? I think that trade was a little crazy, but at the same time, getting a pass rusher of that caliber is not easy, and we just got one. Got a bunch of running backs still here, and then, of course, Blue is still here. Also, don't need a pass rusher anymore, but this guy would have been maybe a guy I would have taken. Super speedy, a finesse move. Might even still want him. I think I'm going to go down until Blue or Dorsett is remaining. I like both of those players. And I'm not sure about this. They want Dominique Alexander and Ricardo Lewis. I think I'm going to make the trade with them. I'm going to give them both. I'll at least feel a little bit better about making this trade, because I don't even feel like this is fair at all. But if that's what they want, I'm down, I suppose. Boom. Also, did we grab a wide receiver? Oh yeah, we got Chark. Fair enough. We definitely need that position. All right, it looks like we're going to be taking Mr. Cornerback George Blue. I don't know who Mr. Cornerback is. He's probably going to be raw, but 1 to 2 talent. I got to take the chance. Maybe I shouldn't have. 43 true talent, normal dev. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, I probably could have made any other trade up earlier on if I wanted to, because Deshaun Kaiser probably does actually have quite a bit of value. We have another corner that's 2 to 3 this time, looking pretty similar. I'm chilling. I don't need any more corners. All right, let's take a look at the draft recap. What are we looking at? 74 overall, 77 for Jair. 71 for Chark. Oof. Blue is 74. Lamar Jackson. Let's take a look at what his ratings are. Obviously pretty raw, those throwing accuracies. We've seen them. They look pretty bad, but it's Lamar effing Jackson. Okay, what can I do? I've got to do what I got to do here. And he is a superstar. I don't really want to look at the other players because then it kind of spoils it in case we end up coming back to this class at some point, so I'm probably not going to, but of course, Jair, very fast, kind of where I would expect him to be. Maybe a little bit higher of a rating, but let's take a look at the dev for him. Also superstar, so I can't really tell without looking at the rest of the class, but it does kind of feel like, they're just good because they're good in real life. But then again, Lamar Jackson, he didn't really make that good, though, to be fair. Sam Darnold was definitely better based on his key ratings. And, of course, DJ Chark, who, once upon a time, he's an above-average guy, maybe for a little bit. But, yeah, definitely not great here out the gate. And then Blue was a really good overall, 74 overall, like they promised, if you will. A bit raw, but definitely usable. Not that we need to use him. I do kind of want... I can't, dude. Then again, we might never use this class again, so I'm kind of curious. Saquon at 79, Josh Allen at 77, Baker at 75, Rosen at 67, and then Sam Darnold was only a 72 overall. That seems a little harsh. Of course, is more accurate. I would guess start of. Based on this, I would guess start of. Let's see it. Let's go to the devs. Yeah, Josh Allen being a 77er overall really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He was really slow out the gate. Definitely a raw type of player rather than just being goated, which makes no sense because then, why is Josh Allen good here yet Lamar's a lower accuracy guy, I don't know. Either way, I'm happy we got a superstar quarterback. And damn, the Cardinals are kind of offering me a trade here. I kind of want to see if I can get just a straight-up first-round pick, because we don't absolutely need a safety. It definitely would be an improvement at safety, but don't absolutely need one. What is Patrick Peterson's age at this point? 28 years old. We don't really... Do we need a corner? We kind of do, right? Jamar Taylor's not that great. Yeah, why am I... Oh, I guess to be fair, you have Howard Wilson. Howard Wilson, Michael Davis, and Blue. I'm down to kind of trade these guys off. Is this too little? Damn, they want to keep Pat Pete. I kind of want to not give up more of my draft picks, though. I'd be willing to do this. If it's any more, I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. So let's see if I can kind of skim them for a little bit more. Maybe they have a different player I want. Because they're obviously, based on the trade, seemingly the most interested. Don't need a pass rusher anymore. And Hassan Reddick, David Johnson's not really much better than what we've got going on. Tyrann Matthew's a little lower of an overall here. Can we get greedy and go for a second-round pick instead? Okay, we might be able to. And they need a corner as well, so McCourty, no safety move for you. You're just getting traded. Kaiser and McCourty for Budda Baker and a second-round pick. That's a dub, I think. No first-round pick this year, but another 3 second-rounders, which is more than a first-round pick for the most part. Obviously, we're going to want to not suck this year. That is crucial point number 1, but besides that, I mean, we're maybe not looking too bad. All right, here we are with Season 2. Part of me wants to just run the Baltimore playbook because you got Lamar Jackson. I want a quarterback that can run, maybe the Bills playbook. I don't know, but the offense looking pretty good. Defense looking pretty good. New safety, new left end, new corner 1 and 2. Peppers is an X factor, apparently. The team's looking good. The wide receivers, however, not as much. And, of course, we got to pay freaking Aaron Donald already. I mean, that's still... Oh, that is a lot of money, actually. I was about to say, it's not that bad. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. And even this won't be enough. Watch. Oh, never mind. Fair enough. 4-year, 38 per. Danny Shelton should have did the 5th-year option, I'll be honest with you. We'll say, is he even worth grabbing? We always need something to draft. And right now, there's really not much to draft. It's like running back, wide receiver, DT... Which, I mean, we have, what, 3 second-round picks? I mean, I think we're fine. I think we could pull that off. We end up getting running back. Of course, Jamal Charles on his way out. Same as A.J. Hawk and Vernon Davis. Danny Shelton's in a weird spot. I don't know. He's not really a scheme fit. He's not bad by any means, but he's also asking for over 20 per. But we do have Lamar Jackson on a rookie deal. His tackles for a loss are already higher than last year, on par to at least get close in the sack department. I'll offer this a 3 or 72, which is 24 per. Anything more, I'm not doing it. Okay, maybe he gets a tag. If not, he might be headed to free agency. Headed to the playoffs, looking better than last year, mind you. I like it. You know, looking a little bit better. See what we got for ourselves. Can we get the bye week, maybe? We can't. We end up losing. Not that it would matter. The Steelers stole the division hardcore. Chiefs at 15-2. I will say, to start this rebuild out, the Chiefs have been better than with Mahomes. So, take that how you will. Alex Smith is dominating. Let's take a look at our win-loss. Obviously, 11-6. Much better than last year. Ended up going with the Bills offensive playbook. Didn't change the defense. Felt pretty good about... Just giving the Browns a chance. Giving them a try. Looking at quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 29 touchdowns, 16 picks, just under 4,000 yards for a quarterback. Rookie quarterback, mind you. Not bad. Lamar's running wasn't quite as good as you would expect. And then Duke Johnson probably needs to be replaced. Chark was a great rookie, though, especially with this scheme. Coleman, not a bad number 2. Taywan Taylor, number 3. And then Njoku, number 4 for receiving yards. Blocking, Zeitler, the best. Kind of sucks because he's like the oldest of the bunch. And then we look at defensively. Sack totals. Aaron Donald had 6 sacks. Okay, I suppose. Sure, I believe it. Zane Gonzalez was pretty good, and Colquitt pretty good. Yearly awards, MVP. Obviously, we're not going to win anything like that. Goes to Russell Wilson. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Chark. Not even like Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year on the offensive side of the ball. At least Star Dev. If we're lucky, maybe Superstar. He won 3 awards. If he's not Superstar Plus, that is a scam. 3 award wins. I mean, come on. He deserves it. Either way, we can, get into the playoffs. We're taking on the Titans, who are an 85 overall. Some would argue that we're even lucky to be in the playoffs right now. So winning a game would be like the ultimate good start, in my opinion. 7-3 right now. We get a touchdown. Okay, it's 10-all at halftime. We can live with that. Up by 7. Tied back up. Titans are driving. They aren't driving anymore. We aren't driving anymore. They're driving, and there is a walk-off touchdown. You know, the analytics back then, during this time period, wasn't really all about, like, you go for it. We're bringing a little bit of 2024 to the team. And he cuts back inside, barely gets past him. And that will be a 2-point conversion success. I'm also kind of getting pissed off at my game constantly giving me the overhead crap. Like, it's on all Madden. Can we please turn off that stupid visual feedback stuff? Like, what is it? On-field trainer off, right? I don't want hints. All right, either way, let's see if we can do it. Can we win it? We can. Sometimes a miracle happens. Doesn't happen here. All we did was tell him to go for 2, basically. That's really it. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Run game, you know, it's about as expected. Corey Coleman was amazing, though. Awesome. Sack totals, not much. Adoree Jackson with a pick, and then Suck Up missing a kick. A little surprised. He was a pretty damn good kicker for the most part. Also, I guess to be fair, there's a lot of interceptions, but Lamar Jackson didn't win MVP or Offensive Rookie of the Year. It was actually our wide receiver. Of course, you got the Chiefs now, who, no matter what damn rosters you're using, they're just going to constantly dominate. End of the game. What do we got? 3-0. Okay, we can live with that, I think. 10-0. Chiefs do get on the board. We hate that for us. They get a drive, but no score. We're up by 10. We get the stop, but they get another chance. Just like that, it's 21-17, and I think it's their ball. Oh, my God. What a choke. Okay, good defense. Should be automatic points. Touchdown. 5 minutes left. 4th and 5. If we stay on the field, we win. Stay on the field and you win. Oh, no. To the 2, though. That's a great kick. What a punt. And with that, we're going to be headed to the championship round. Okay, let's take a look at these numbers. We just kind of like talked Alex Smith up. It wasn't a bad performance, but it wasn't great either. Lamar Jackson was pretty good, rushing, and I didn't really see much from Duke. He also fumbled, dropped a Duke. Corey Coleman's been amazing. Chris Conley, super speedy. Pass rush, Donald with a sack. Michael Davis with a pick. And a win for the Browns, who are now 1 away from heading to the Super Bowl. I mean, who else could it be? Steelers? Might be the Steelers. It is the Steelers. Damn it, the Killer Bees. I'm pretty sure they're still together. Yeah, I keep literally clicking team. I want to see both sides here, idiot. All right, wildcard round. The Steelers had to play. They beat the Chargers by 7. Where the hell are we? We won by 1, obviously. And then they beat the Bills by 3, just like we did with the Chiefs. And, of course, now it is time to see who is the best in the NFC North. Winner is headed to the Super Bowl. All right, can we do it? The Killer Bees, that offense is great. The defense is really good, too, though. That's the problem. 7-10. Oh, God, here it is. Down by 10. Huge drive. We at least get a field goal. Would have loved for it to be a touchdown, though. We got a chance. I mean, our defense just gave us a golden opportunity. 6 minutes left. You got to have the touchdown minimum. What you want to do after that is up to you. 4th and 3, you can't punt this. You can't. I get it. You also can't go for this. Because if you do and you don't get it, that's a disaster. But, like, what else can you do? And we're focused. Please. No! Too focused on that left side, and it just wasn't really an opening. I should have ran with Lamar before we got, tracked down. Lamar's got the speed. I mean, he probably had the tight end, but that would have been a tough throw, in fairness. Deep in wasn't there. Out wasn't there. And then, of course, the running back, if we threw it early, would have been. Looking like, yeah, this is why you go for it. I mean, they drove down and got the touchdown anyways, when all they needed to do was waste the clock and kick a field goal. If you can't stop a team from scoring a touchdown when all they need is the field goal, yeah, you know you made the right call going for it. You just sold on the actual call itself. Hopefully they find some new evidence and they put their quarterback away for good and we don't have to deal with it. But for now, we lose, unfortunately, leaving him at... Yeah, okay, yeah, we need a new running back. I don't know if we're going to draft like Josh Jacobs or something, but we need a new running back desperately. 10 for 8 is unacceptable. Eagles versus Steelers. This Eagles team, man, they're just in every single one. They're always involved. Steelers, they're pretty damn good too, though. I mean, they took care of us really easily. And the winner is the Steelers. Not really super surprised, but I suppose it's a 50-50 shot, so one way or the other. Take a look at our dev-ups if we had any. Lamar was already superstar. Chark goes straight to superstar. I mean, I thought there was a chance that could happen, and it did. 86 overall. What a glow-up. Short route kind of sucks, but everything else is amazing. Look at those upgrades. Superstar dev. I mean, from normal to star, and then star to superstar. Defensively, would we have done enough? I don't really think there was anybody that, like... I guess Bello, Myles Garrett, Jair was already superstar, I'm pretty sure. Not bad. Some nice dev-ups here. This is pretty clutch. BJ Bello. And then Myles Garrett, what the hell did he do to deserve the dev-up? Did he get the tackles for a loss up there or something? He's got to be tackles for a loss. There's no way it's not. Superstar dev. Let's take a look. I'm curious. I need to see it. 14. I mean, that's pretty good. 5.5 sacks wasn't going to do it, so it must have been tackles for a loss. And as far as our retirements go, Reggie Nelson, AJ Hawk, and Eric Winston. So Danny Shelton's ask is even higher than it was before, and I get it. I should have probably just paid him, but you know what? I'm sticking to my morals. I think we can do maybe not better, but better scheme fit. I mean, we don't even debatably need a wide receiver anymore, so I mean, we need something to draft. Keep the team cheap and keep the ceiling high. James Devlin is apparently available. Danny Shelton, unfortunately, is like the highest available player. Eric Flowers, one name drop from the Giants. Yeah, I mean, unless we get Danny Shelton back, I don't think I'm going to spend any money here. Which now really makes you think, like, why didn't I just go Danny? We're going to have so much money. Like, it's just never going to happen. Also, look at the freaking GOAT, Dejon Buchanan. All the speed in the world. All right, we end up trading Taywan Taylor, Carl Nassib, and Isaiah Crowell with a second, fourth, and this year and a fourth next year to the Bears for Jordan Howard, the 87 overall running back. They have Tariq Cohen as their backup, and now they have Crowell. So they have a similar situation. They're just getting more draft picks and other position depth for that selection. Of course, Jordan Howard's going to be our number one guy. Of course, he's dropped a bit in morale, but definitely the best option. This draft class kind of sucks. I think this is where the buck stops when it comes to actually doing the the real drafts. This is the highest downloaded one, and it is not good. It is pretty bad. That is, unless you, of course, you think David Montgomery is a 4.3 type running back, or that DK Metcalf's a 4.5 140 guy. Also, can't believe Emmanuel Ogbah didn't go up. And overall, if we really wanted to, we probably could trade for a proven wide receiver. Kendall Beckwith, the linebacker, is not a bad choice. We could if we wanted to, because Ogbah is going to be gone after this season anyway. So unless we're trying to keep the team, as good as possible right now, because we believe in ourselves, which we should, I think that might be the move. Running back, I don't know what ratings these guys have. To be fair, since David's got such a good speed rating. Actually, we don't need running back anymore. We got Jordan Howard, so I'm just gonna ignore those. Of course, a lot of wide receivers in there, and you got these two guys who. It's a disaster, dude. This class is just so bad. And there you go, the big fella, Stephon Tuitt. We trade a second and a third this year with a fifth next year and a sixth the following year for him. He's a big fella, going to be playing DT for us. We now have pick 15. If DK's there, maybe I'd take him. If not, I don't know. Even with him there, unless the guy's superstar, it feels like a waste, no? Who is the tight end, by the way? Noah Fant. What's the speed here? It's got to be goated, right? I don't know, dude. This guy just he spent all the time to put the names in, but didn't care about their actual ratings. I can get not knowing every single one of them, but some of the big highlight guys from that class, like DK Metcalf, you don't know that he's fast as hell. And deep route is he's got no deep route, despite that's kind of his thing. I don't know, dude. This is pretty interesting, though. I want David Montgomery because he sounds like busted, but I guess I take DK Metcalf. That's going to be my choice. How good is he? 22 true talent. Hidden development rate, 99 strength. I get it, right? He's ripped, but 99 strength would basically mean he's the strongest player in the league, which maybe for his respective position is possible, but across the board, obviously he's not able to block, a defensive tackle or something like that. So that's a little weird. I get it. It's kind of funny. It's meanie, but yeah, I don't know if I like that. Either way, Darnell Savage. Okay, this late into the draft, I might be willing. That's not Darnell Savage. He just disappeared. He vanished before my very freaking eyes. Gay? I don't know. Can I sort by true talent? We got a couple of day threes. Terry Godwin, Michael Walker, Olabisi Johnson, Stanley Morgan, Darius West. Anything going on here? He's fast. Why not? Bring him in. Hidden dev. Sweet. And here we go. DK Metcalf's a 71 overall here with 90 speed only, mind you. No deep route. Pretty poor release. It's a weird one. It's definitely strange. Feel like he was a go route champ right out the gate. That's kind of what everyone thought of him as his agility's not that great, and his short routes and all that aren't great, but it's okay, well, just let the big fella go on the go route and you're cooking. But hey, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not using any more user classes. I think the first one we did was decent. It was okay, but Yeah, that one was kind of brutal. Let's see. I mean, since I'm not using it anymore, let's take a look. So you have Bosa at 81, fair enough. Kyler at 75, TJ at 77, Farrell at 70. Say what you want, but I think he was even like a 73 or higher. White should have been higher. Quentin should have been higher. Bush should have been higher. Sweat should have been a little higher. Daniel Jones should have been higher, obviously. Collier is a 74, apparently. Burns is a 70. Debo at 76. Seems a little too high for me. Yeah, I mean, some of these just don't make a whole lot of sense. And the offensive line class was so bad, dude. Like, what are we doing with 68 over? You know what? Maybe this guy has his own unique league where he plays with ratings a lot lower, and he wanted this class for himself, and he's like, I got to make these guys lower so it fits my mold. All I'm saying is from like a full-on standpoint, this is definitely way too low for like the vast majority. And EA didn't even do crazy high overalls back then, and still it was higher than what we have here. Or maybe I've just remembering incorrectly and it actually was exactly those ratings and I look dumb. But as far as Ogba goes, I mean, off-ball Ogletree isn't bad. But I don't know. I don't know about all that. All right, we trade Kindred and Jamar Taylor with a third-round pick for Avante Collins. All right, this was actually probably an under trade for us. Body Calhoun, Jamie Collins, and Ogba. Ogba's 25 now, but his ratings are really good. There's 2 pass rush ratings in the 88-plus range. The Commanders are willing to give me Sam J. Pirine, who was like 84 overall, 23-year-old. So I felt like if they're willing to do that, they're willing to play ball. All right, season 3, we had a lot of high overall jumps last season, right? Lamar went up a lot. Chark went up a lot. Defensively, there might have been a couple of guys that went up a bit. Brantley feels like he's higher than before. Schobert's an X factor. Jair's an 85. I mean, going forward, maybe you need a new corner and then some O-linemen. That's really it. I mean, the team's in a really good spot. A lot of money, so it shouldn't be a problem. Wow, Schobert's not really asking for a lot. Jordan Howard gets a contract. Schobert gets a contract. Coleman probably gets a contract. Collins, we just traded for. We have to re-sign him. This Coleman does not, though. And the rest are free agents, which I'm fine with. Oh, the punter will pay as well. I don't know what we did to, sell, but this season definitely not as good as last year as we regress back to missing the playoffs unless we somehow sneak in at 8-9, which I highly doubt. We even lost, so no chance at 8-9. The Ravens don't even get there as 8-9. It was the Jets at 9-8 that finished up at the end. I think it's time for another playbook change. I don't know what the hell playbook I'm going to use, but maybe Baltimore we try out. The Ravens haven't really done well anyways, but obviously they're kind of built for a running quarterback. I don't even know who their quarterback is. It could still be Joe Flacco for all we know. Lamar Jackson's touchdown to pick ratio and yards do good. They're a little better. Jordan Howard, though, still not really, changing our run game too much. Metcalf and Chark, I realize we kind of have 2 similar-ish type receivers, both 6'4" fast. But Metcalf was pretty good as a rookie, might win Rookie of the Year. Offensive line wasn't that bad. Pass rush, finally. Brantley was amazing. Donald was really good. Tuitt was amazing. Garrett was still iffy. Picks, few picks here and there. Kicking was okay, not as good as last year. Pinion was pretty damn good. Kick return, punt return game. You never see touchdowns ever in Sim. Carson Wentz wins another MVP, mind you. Any award wins? DK Metcalf, the Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, no. And that's basically it. But you know what? At least DK Metcalf should go to Superstar, maybe somewhere in the 80s. We ended up paying Corey Coleman $21 million per year, which seems to be for a slot role, which is crazy. But you know what? It's okay. Metcalf's got another 3 years left. Still got rookie deal for Lamar. We got a lot of rookie deals. We'll be fun. The Rams versus the Raiders, a little bit of a new matchup, which I don't mind. Kind of a more classic matchup, if you will. The winner of this one, thankfully not going to be like the Eagles or the Steelers, is, of course, going to be... Wow, I really stretched that one out, too. The Raiders by quite a bit, actually. Let's take a look at our DevUps. Hopefully DK Superstar. I don't think anyone else would have gotten up there, though. Lamar's an X factor, in fairness. 91 overall. He's kind of goated. We like to see this. Was it really a Superstar X factor season for him? Okay. Whoa, wow, his deep accuracy is kind of crap, which... that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It was actually a pretty good year. Yards are really good. What else do we have? Defensively, any dev-ups? Something looks different. Something looks different here. I don't know what it is, though. Did Miles not have Superstar before? Pretty sure he did last year, and we didn't understand why. We thought it was like the 14 tackles for a loss, but still couldn't guarantee it. It looks different on defense, though. Am I crazy? It just doesn't look like the usual. Sucks that Tua didn't go up in Superstar, though. I'm not surprised. You know, it's kind of sucky. I know we traded interdivisional with the Steelers, but who gives a damn? Drew Brees retires. Darrelle Revis retires. Let's see what else we had. Meredith, Jamal Charles, Jay Cutler, all retiring. And I really want to get Sean Coleman back, but I think if somebody's in free agency, we have all the money in the world to pay them, so we might be able to get even better than that. Starting, the money's kind of climbing a little bit for the ask on some of these players, so, $20 million per year for a under 85 overall tackle is not even, he's like 26, 27. It's questionable, right? But of course, you can see here that maybe not so much, as he is by far the best lineman here. TJ Lang, it looks to me like we either have to sign him or add another name to the list of draft players we need. Denver Kirkland. That's an interesting name drop. Why not Denver Kirkland? Why not? I'll go for him. We'll do a 2-year deal. We're 30. Is that good? It is, but it's not like good. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, I'm going to sign with you. Make some room on the plane good. Come, we can get this. 2-year 40. This is a little bit of a different case. This guy is a little bit younger than the other guy, I suppose. It's really not much of a different case at all. Is that going to give us... Man. Okay, maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I sold. Maybe I should have just paid our tackle. Instead, now we're paying another guy about the same price, and we don't even know if he's halfway good. Boom. Any other position? Left guard, he was, Norwell, not bad. Sean Coleman, in fairness, Sean Coleman is 2 overalls, or 2 age higher. Can't believe they let Emmanuel Ogba go, dude. Like, I get he's normal dev, he's barely over 80 overall, but look at these ratings. 89 finesse, 90 power move, 87 block shed. That is a way higher overall than an 81 overall. I don't care what anyone says. That is a great player. And they just threw him away. Nobody cares. There's no respect anymore. Kindred's a free agent. Jamar Taylor. Why are we getting rid of the players that make sense to keep? And of course, we don't get Kirkland. What even decided that? A 2-year 26 to the Chiefs versus a 2-year 42, was it, with us? This game just doesn't make any sense, like, at all, ever. So we're in the draft, and I actually scouted a tackle a little bit further, and it said that this guy was a 1-2 with a round 1 true talent grade, which means that if I'm going to make this draft pick for him, I want to trade back a little bit, but I don't want to lose everything in the process. Do you trade with the Texans? Because at the same time, we need a tackle, we need a lineman, but we don't need one so badly that we need to take one in the first round. We're kind of okay as is. That first round pick is from the Steelers. I don't know who it is from, but I don't really even care at this point. I'm willing to make it happen just so I can get an extra first round pick. Could also go with the Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles instead, actually, because I kind of want that tackle a little bit. From 13 down to 20, that guy could go, right there for all I know, but. Let's move on and just hope he doesn't, which it appears he's still there. The other tackle that was close is gone, though. I think we're going to be taking the tackle, I guess. Take a look at how good he really was. Gooden, 6'6". He's not that strong. Yeah, I don't know if I really want him. I know it's 1-2, or round 1. I don't know if I care. I really don't. DT Perkins is still there. I don't even need a DT, but maybe future-proofing is a little iffy, but he's strong. What else can we do here? Any other 1-2s? You got Webster, the corner. The safety, Fox. Let's take a look at the safeties, I guess. Fox and Dudley. Zone cover. We're not seeing much there. Carrington's kind of like a corner. I don't like it. I might just take the guy just because he's a true talent. Do I? I think I'm just going to take him. Whatever. I don't have anyone else at this right. Round 1, true talent, 21. Hidden dev, cool. Pick 6 in the second round. What are we going to get here? Got a couple of draft picks in here. Not really much after this, but still. Tight end, haven't really paid attention to tight end too much. Ty Ham. Why not? Give us a good backup tight end. True talent 31, normal dev. Every time I do something like that, especially for tight end, it's always bad. Am I going to be future-proof in the defensive line? Andrew Carter? Why not? Screw it, dude. Can I get another hidden? True talent 15? Not going to happen here, but he is a good true talent, in fairness. Let's go to 13 and a third. Maybe grab a lineman. Maybe grab a linebacker. I don't know. At this point, we don't actually need anything. Just kind of taking whoever's best available. What do we got? A couple of linemen. Linebacker should still be there. Let's take whoever's the best. Skillen. The guy's name is Skillen. Kind of feel like he's just goated automatically. He does look slightly better, I think. Sort of. Chris Skillen. True talent, 47. But it's always the lower that gets the higher dev. Those true talent, like, in the top 20, they're almost always normal. I don't know. Pick 20. Let's see if the linebackers are there. Should be somebody. There is a lot of them. Cooper's still there, too, to be fair. Who do you want as your linebacker? Okay, so this is the highest block shed guy. Okay, here it is. I mean, it seems like Malachi, he's the best available. Dwight Malachi, 24. Every time, I'm telling you, they're in the first round. They're true talents. It's a normal. And I get a random 6th round wide receiver who looked a little fast, and he's hidden. Obviously. We all knew that was going to happen. And what do we need in the 7th round? Did we pay our kicker? Who even is our damn kicker? Gonzalez. He's been kind of slipping a little bit. Let's find a kicker. Or a fullback or something. This is actually a really good kicker group. We got 2 guys elite, 2 with good, and an A accuracy with solid. I think just based on age and eliteness and the kick power, I think it's going to be Barden, but let's see, 4.97 40. Sometimes, you know, you get those crazy builds, and it's like, okay, well, that guy's obviously better because he's fast. Yeah, I mean, who was it? Was it Short? I think Short was the other elite. 6'3", 4'5". I like his athleticism a little bit better, but obviously I'm going to go for the youth, I suppose. Barden's going to be our guy. True talent, 69. And Dev, easy. We make moves, and they're easy to make. Let's see what we got for our draft recap. Didn't really have much of a draft, I suppose. 75 for the right tackle. 74 for the tight end. 75 for the D end. Skillen was 73. The linebacker was normal dev, but 74. Cohen was 67, but hidden. And then Barden, 72, hidden. Let's take a quick look at what we did. Gooden, obviously, I don't even know what position he'll be playing, but he's not bad. Is it right guard? I think we need a right guard, so I'm going to put him at right guard. Draft ourselves a first-round tackle to play right guard. I'm a genius. Star dev, once again, this is why I usually don't go first-rounders, but I just had literally nothing to grab, so I was like, screw it, we're going to do it. Ty Ham. Decent catching, route running's pretty mid. Not very fast. That's a big issue with him. Big, but not fast. And then we have Carter, who is, you know, basically a future DT replacement for whoever. Maybe we can't afford them. He's actually pretty damn good, just normal dev, unfortunately, which we see quite a bit for players that we don't need right away, so they end up getting wasted. And then Skillen doesn't really matter too much. He's hidden, but, you know, whatever. And then here is Malachi. Looks pretty good. Normal dev, though, yet again. All right, Season 14, we've got ourselves a squad that's, you know, kind of set up for the future. We've been doing that, you know, each year at, you know, big positions like a wide receiver, really low overall, you know, okay potential type of player, and, you know, they glow up like a good 10 to 12 overalls and get a couple of dev ups with it. You know, Chark from a 70, 71 overall normal to an 89 in 2 years. Metcalf, 83 overall. Those, you know, rookie award wins, really massive. And Njoku's been a little bit of a slower start, which is weird. He had superstar dev, which really he probably shouldn't have had because he definitely wasn't superstar back in the day. He was star dev. But once again, I played it how it lies because if I decide to use this roster for other things, it's kind of stupid. If I change these, you know, make them worse and, you know, up Myles Garrett and then don't do it when I do the next one and, you know, whatever. Offensive line, we have our right guard, you know, set for the future, but Zeitler's just such a good overall right now. 9 overalls higher that I got to start him because this could be a Super Bowl win. You know, this is a team that's really good. 91 outside linebacker, 91 middle linebacker, 91 free safety, 89 strong safety, 88 cornerback 1, 87 right end, and 97 left end, 88 for both DTs. This is a really good team. 90 overall, I mean, what's the opponent we're playing against? 86 for the Giants. Okay, maybe we're not that good, actually. If the Giants are 86, I don't know how to feel. What do they got? Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, yeah, we suck. We're not as good as we thought. What do we got? 109 million. Pepper. Oh, God. Oh, God. Some of these contracts are a bit insane, if you ask me. Michael Davis and Howard Wilson. I didn't think that I was going to want to keep Howard Wilson over Michael Davis. He's slow, but he's better, technically. You know, I don't think the game really cares. I mean, we could grab both, to be fair. They're both cheap enough. I don't think we're going to be able to keep all the other big names anyways. I don't want to lose Peppers, though. Buda Baker makes way more sense to keep, though. So, 100% got to try to keep Buda because of the religion. Of course, the price is way better, right? A 4-year 68 versus a 5-year 106. Johnson, I don't want to lose because he's like our best lineman. 5-year 125. What do you have left? 71 million. Myles Garrett, obviously you don't want to lose, so we do one of these. 7-year 175 puts us at 50 million left. 45 million left. Got to keep Njoku. Money caught up to us, didn't it? 32 million with Jabril Peppers, Caleb Brantley, and 2 corners. I think you let Caleb Brantley go. I like him. I got to see how he's playing. I think you lose Caleb Brantley and Peppers. I don't want to be completely against it, especially with Lamar Jackson coming up. How well has Brantley played? Not even that good compared to last year, to be fair, so I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Let's lowball the corner. Damn it, it's close, though. And then Michael Davis will do a 3-year deal again. 3-year 16.5. We have 23 million left over, losing 2 really good players. Not good. Bit of a losing streak at the end of the season, so definitely not going to get that first round bye, which is superb, but still should be a playoff year. Really disappointing there right at the end, but we still did get the bye week. Okay. Never mind. 12-5. I thought we were not going to win it, but we did. Howard, number 1 for rushing yards, should go up in dev, I would imagine. Looking at the numbers, you know, we were really good. We were like 9-1, and then we lost 4 in a row. But then we won 3 in a row at the end, and here we are. Here we are with a bye week. Best chance so far, I would say, to win a Super Bowl, but that chance goes immediately down if, well, not if, but when the season's over. Metcalf, great, could go to, X Factor. Chark could go to X Factor because of yards. The rest, they're okay. Blocking, not terrible. Defensively, Aaron Donald with 18 sacks. Everyone else was completely useless. Jair with 6 picks could go to X Factor. Baker, 4 picks. Howard Wilson, 4 picks. Could also go up in dev each, respectively. And Zane Gonzalez was terrible. 33% of his kicks missed is ridiculously bad. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. Wentz wins MVP yet again. Lamar Jackson at number 8. Hop, number 1 for offensive. Jayon Brown, number 1 for defensive. Von Crawford for the Titans as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year win. Looks like it's going to be a pretty bad season for us. We got Aaron Donald, and that was it. But we're in the playoffs. We got the bye week. Automatically in the divisional round. And speaking of the Titans, we get to play against them. We're 5 overalls higher than them. They're 9-8. Here we go. I mean, they're only 9-8. Of course, they get a touchdown right away. We get a stop. We get a touchdown. It's a 7-point lead. Titans do not look like they're going to go away, though. And they don't. A touchdown right before half. Come on, fellas. We could have done better than that. There you go. Up 14. Looking good. Oh, only a field goal. That's a GG. They needed a touchdown, and even then, they couldn't get the stop. 38-17. Looks like a bigger blowout than it actually was. But you know what? I don't really care how it looks. I just want to move on to the next round, which is what we did. Let's take a look at the stats. Lamar Jackson delivering 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. Completion percentage wasn't great, but that's fine. Howard, one of the best playoff performances on the ground we've seen in a while in rebuilds. Derrick Henry got locked down. Dante Moncrief, what a name drop. Delaney Walker, we had a couple of touchdowns with our guys. Yards weren't great, but a lot of touchdowns, which is all that matters. Scoring is the key. Donald, 2 sacks. Brantley with 1.5. Myles Garrett with 1. 1 for Tuitt, 1 for Jarrell Casey, and then a pick for Howard Wilson. And their guy missed a kick. Championship round, please not the Steelers. Unless Big Ben retired. The Chargers. Okay, let's see it. Kind of curious to see who the Chargers got. Of course, the Chargers, they beat the Raiders by 4. Then they beat the Jaguars by a lot, to be fair. 21-point win is nothing to joke about. Let's take a look at their roster real quick. Kind of curious To see what the team that's about to beat us looks like. Quarterback, Phillip Rivers is still going strong. Clint Frazier, though. Maybe it is actually Frazier starting. We'll be able to tell just by if he's hit or not. Yeah, he did not start. Yikes. Melvin Gordon still strong. Was going to be the guy I traded for. Batten, Keenan Allen, Tyrell Williams. They got a good trio. We got Mike Williams, not looking good, though. Hunter Henry when he was still good. Forrest Lamp when he was still good. Yeah, I mean, they got some players here. They're not a bad team. But are they as good as the Cleveland Browns? I mean, overall-wise, it says no. But we'll see what happens when we actually play them. Going to the end of the game. Nice start after a stop. 7-0, 14-0. Chargers do get on the board, though, so it's still anyone's game. Right before half, oh, that would have been a huge score. Nice touchdown to start the second half, though. It's a 7-point game. Up by 14. Chargers not going away. I mean, you got to play the offense. And we literally give him a chance. That's crazy. But it won't matter. Picked off by Buda Baker. And we're headed to the Super Bowl. 0-16 says who? Phillip Rivers throwing the pick. A little bit better for Lamar Jackson completion percentage-wise, but the touchdowns were a little lower. And Jordan Howard, like I said, he has been one of the best running back performers we've seen in the playoffs in like any rebuild, not just, this specific rebuild. DK Metcalf was great. Defensively, what do we have going for ourselves? Not really much. It was kind of a tame game. Buda Baker with the game-sealing pick. Not that it probably mattered. They were at like midfield with 20 seconds left and seemingly no way to stop the clock. As we head to the Super Bowl, where it'll be the Falcons that we play. Of course, curious to see what kind of dev-ups we have. Also kind of curious to see how the Falcons got to where they are. But let's first do the lineup since we're already here. Dev-ups for Metcalf? No dev-up for Metcalf. Howard, though, does go to Superstar, which is a clutch upgrade in dev. He's only 25 still. I do remember back when like Jordan Howard was looking like the next great running, well, maybe not great, but next really good running back for the Bears. It never felt like he was aging. He was always a guy that you can go for in Madden, and I mean, it kind of feels like the same here. Buda Baker, he was not X Factor before, was he? This has been one of our like best safety glow-ups, if you will. I mean, like both are good players, but both going up in dev as well, which I almost never see dev ups for safeties. Cornerbacks, 2 and 3 aren't the best, but Jair is pretty damn good. It's a good squad. It's a really good DT's didn't go up in dev, which sucks, but it's a really good squad. The Falcons, 87 overall. We have 7 overalls on them. Please, EA. Don't do it. I know they want to, but don't do it. Once again, we know they beat Seattle by 3. They beat San Fran by 3. And then they kind of, they beat Philadelphia by 4, but it was at least a high-scoring game, 13-10 for their other 2. I don't want to jinx it, but, like, if we lose this game, I mean, is there even a point? This is our best chance. All right, going to the end of the game. Let's see, I mean, it's a really good defensive battle so far. No points in the first quarter. They get a field goal. Is this why the Falcons have been winning with such low scores? They're the greatest defense of all time? All right, 14-3, we're cooking. I guess our defense is really good, too. They get the touchdown with the 2-point. We get a field goal. 7 minutes left. They can, take the lead. They do have to punt it all the way to our 1. We get out of there. 4th and 4, dude. I guess you let it happen. To the 3. And are they going to run out of time? They don't get it. And we're going to win the Super Bowl 17-14. Super low-scoring game. Man, the Falcons, dude. How are they so good? That is crazy how good they are. Like, they, I guess, really do only need 13 points half the time. I mean, we're a much better team than all the other teams, and even we were only able to score 17. So, yeah, I can see how 13 points is enough to beat every other squad pretty much, other than the Eagles, who, I mean, way blew that number out of the water. But Lamar Jackson as a Brown wins a Super Bowl quicker than he has so far in real life. I'm just saying. Just relax, Ravens fans, relax, okay? But, of course, we win the Super Bowl with the Browns, the 0-16 supposed Browns. Definitely not Lamar's best performance, but didn't throw a pick, didn't lose the game. Howard, consistent throughout. Receivers, Rashard Matthews. Do they still have Julio? They do. He didn't really have that good of a game, though. Sacks, 3 for Donald, 1.5 for Miles. Duke Riley with a sack, Tuitt with a sack, Devondre Campbell with a sack, 0 picks, no missed kicks. Just a clean game that wasn't high scoring. good defensive game. Let's take a look at this squad, see how the guys developed. Of course, we're going to start wide receiver all the way to the left side, or to the right side. Chark, really high glow up. Obviously, he was really good, and that's all it takes, especially if you're a young player. They, more than ever, allow you to develop really quickly, and I think David Njoku is a pretty good example of the opposite of that, really. Like, 87 overall, superstar out the gate, yet lower overall than both DK and Chark. Release isn't super great here, but still good. I didn't really actually pay attention to the speed. I maybe should just real quick, because I don't know if they exist. I don't think speed upgrades exist this year, so it's disappointing. I feel like 1 or 2 every like 100 upgrades is fine, because you maybe get 1 throughout a career. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, really good. Only problem is his deep accuracy never got up there. 73 deep accuracy is brutal, but I guess when you're fast and can throw every other ball, it's fine. Jordan Howard, really good juke move, decent truck and stiff. Great, carrying and spin and decently fast. Pretty good player, obviously. Then speaking of David Njoku, let's take a look at what he looks like. 87 overall, 24. I mean, he's obviously still young, so it's not like this is bad from him. It's just, he started off with such a high ceiling and didn't necessarily develop that quickly. Of course, Roderick Johnson, left tackle, super good, not finesse, power blocker, superstar tackle. As far as the left guard goes, Joel Bitonio, not as good even as real life, really, but still solid. I mean, he should really be the left tackle, and Roderick should move inside of the left guard, but what can you do? What else do we got? Nah, I don't really care about anyone else. Oh, actually, maybe Corey Coleman we want to take a look at. Corey Coleman, 85 overall, not a bad player. He is getting severely overpaid, though. 20-some million per year to be our wide receiver 3. That's a bit costly for a wide receiver 3, in my opinion. We have Jabril Peppers, the 93 overall free safety. 88 zone, 93 man, 90 speed. And what else do we have? The other safety, Mr. Buda Baker, 92 overall, got to X Factor like he did in real life. And another, hybrid type. So this would be a really tough team to go against. And 0 blitzes left and right, really. I guess since we've been looking at DB first, let's go to the cornerback room now, which has Jair at number 1. Really good man coverage. Great press. Fast. Good catching. Zone coverage is, a lot less, but still good enough at 84. Definitely could play some pretty good coverage with that. Michael Davis, the 84 overall. Speaking of, really good press man as well. Pretty damn fast. I mean, he's a good player, right? He's a good player. Not as good as Jair, but he's still up there. Howard Wilson now. Take a look at him. He's obviously still super young. Way more balanced. The problem is that speed. I don't know if that matters too much in sim. Maybe it deserves like a YouTube short or something, but yeah. He's not fast enough, which is why I, didn't really start him. Looking at Myles Garrett, nowhere near where he is in real life, but still definitely climbing. Also, 84 speed. Should be a little higher than that, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at the other side now. Aaron Donald, 98 overall, almost that 99 like he was in real life for so many years. 99 power move, 84 block shed, which is so low, and then 95 finesse. I still feel like even back then, was he not like a 99 or very close to it? Maybe it was the year after. Feels like he was a 99 his whole damn career, honestly. Brantley, a guy that we couldn't afford, even if we wanted to. He really didn't have that great of a season. Tuitt was obviously a bit better there. And let's take a look at his ratings as we head on out. Savon Tuitt, big fella. Really good power move, decent block shed, decent finesse. Good player. Any kicker stuff? Do we care about kickers? Kicker was terrible for us, so yeah, probably don't actually. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, this kind of special rebuild, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate getting support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And if you want to see more content with this roster, maybe a rebuild, a different team perhaps, maybe a fantasy draft of it, let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Should be back with like Patriots franchise or something on Monday. But until next video, see ya. And shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you guys want to join as a member, click the little join button next to the subscribe or the channel name. And all the details should be in there regardless. Everyone, thanks for watching.